Hello, everyone. So, I am going to talk about music and specifically how everyone can. There's one instrument everyone can play, which is the harmonica. So, you can all play drums, that's pretty simple, but you need rhythm, right? You need a. So, or you could mess that up. And, um, piano, if you just play the white keys, you can play that. That's true. It's pretty easy. But harmonica is really portable. You can take it around with you in your pocket. I kind of try to keep one on me more or less the whole time. And it's great fun. You can pull it out when you're, got nothing to do. Or you meet some musicians, and if you've been practicing, you feel confident enough, you can just join in with them. So this is a C harmonica. So harmonica, you choose whichever one. You want a G harmonica, F, F sharp, whatever. The 12 notes, you can get a harmonica for each one. But C, I usually have a C and a G because that covers a few different keys. So basically with this, I can play in the key of C. If someone's playing, guitar, or if there's, I can just choose if I want. If I know I'm listening to a song and I know it's in C, I can play along to a song. Like I can have Bob Dylan playing, like a Rolling Stone, and I can just play along to the song with this. I'll show you very basically how to learn this. Very simple. Then you can just choose an artist that you like, songs by in the key of C. On the internet, look that up, and you'll see, and you can put it on YouTube and play along, and it's good fun. So this you can play in C or E, in A minor. So whatever, anything which is 3 steps down. So if your harmonica is in E, then it's going to be C sharp would be the minor, Yeah. So, and then also thirdly, there's other ones I'm not really aware of. I'm not like a master harmonica player or something, but also blues harp or cross harp, which is so for a C harmonica, you can use this to play in G blues. So if someone's playing blues in the key of G, you can use a C harmonica and play harmonica, blues harp to it. So yeah, I'm going to show you these. But basically, so harmonica, it's got these numbers on top. And that I don't know if you can see here, but 1 to 10, and so that means that's up. You put that there. So on the left you've got low, on the right you've got high, and yeah. So basically, blowing out in, out in, out in. Blow draw, blow draw. You could move up the major scale, except the last 2 notes of the scale are flipped. So you go, out in. No, sorry, in, out to finish it, So it's out, in, out, in, out, in, out to finish. And so in the middle of the harmonica, you've got a whole octave, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then you've got half an octave below and half an octave higher. So that's the beginning. And then you've got the major scale. And then another half an octave. So there you have it. Now, all those notes, that's just the same as on the guitar, doing the scale, the C major scale. I just did a 2 on the guitar. The way it works, you can do 2 octaves. But what in the middle of the harmonica, what's there is this. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now, but if I could mess up if I'm not paying attention. That doesn't sound right. Oh. Sounds a bit different, like doesn't quite sound right, and so that's, I hit the wrong note, it's out of key, and that doesn't sound that bad. It sounds a little Arabic or something, but just sounds maybe not like what it's supposed to, the key. But often you could be soloing and you hit the wrong note. Sometimes it sounds really bad. It just sounds totally off. So, but that doesn't happen with a harmonica because it's all just the notes of the scale. On the downside is that you've less freedom. So there's certain keys where, like E major or something, some of these notes are in E major and I can use, but not all of them. So I'm more limited. So it's more limited. But when it's in that key, it's so easy. You can just do whatever you want, blah, 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 out in. Anyone who's never played before. And I've done this many times with people where I play along and I get them to do this and it sounds great. So At a minimum, it sounds okay, but usually it sounds good or great even. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But basically, just like you can solo on a guitar, you've got the scale I just did, but soloing is basically just in a more creative way, jumping around between notes. And so in the same way, I can do it on the harmonica. Or something like that, you can just express yourself straight from your intuition. You're not really even thinking. It's just kind of, you feel it out, what feels good. And over time, you start to notice the patterns and you get more adept at just channeling, what do I feel like, and you can do it through the music. But even right away, it'll sound okay, especially when combined with music. So, and then blues, okay, the minor one, focus more around the A note, the A minor. And the blues, yeah, you're mostly drawing in. It sounds better lower down mostly, but. And so on. Now, I'm going to put on a harmonica brace. And so then my hands are free. I can play guitar along with the harmonica. And, oops, wrong way. And you can see what I mean by, how it accompanies. When it's with other instruments, it sounds pretty rock and roll, pretty cool. So, and of course, Bob Dylan is famous for, doing this kind of thing, the harmonica brace. But yeah, it's just a little tool. Basically, it's just so you can play another instrument while accompanying yourself with the harmonica. You don't need to hold it. So here we go. So for example, if I play something in C, and I'll play along with harmonica. Right. Then I can do minor, A minor, so. And so on. Or blues, so I'll go in G. I'm actually going to put on this capo, right? Here on the 3rd fret, just so that now I can do G. Instead of having to do the G shape, I can do the E shape, which is 3 steps lower on the guitar. Because usually blues, I'll do it in the E shape, and I can use my pinky finger to do extra notes and stuff. So because I'm used to that shape, I want to use that shape. I'm going to put the capo on. This is about guitar, not harmonica, right? But and then that way I can play my blues kind of licks in G while using, which matches the C harmonica. Here we go. There you have it. A few little other tricks or things to explain is, so maybe you noticed, you could just hold it like in between your fingers. That's fine. Sometimes I do that. But normally I would put like crocodile, put it in there, and then kind of use my other hand at right angles to create like a cavern, like a space. So it's just like the acoustic guitar has that space, making it echo. So you're doing the same thing. So with it, it's just a bit more resonant. And then you can also take it on and off, like, and it kind of warps the sound waves a bit. You know, and you can also, if you're just playing like blowing, usually you'll be hitting more than one note, like 2 or 3 notes. So that's making a chord, which is just a combination of notes in the same key. All the notes here are in the same key, so whatever you're doing, it's going to be a chord. And so instead, if you want, you could blow in on the lines in between, and use your tongue to block one of the holes, and that way you're going to create a clear note. So. Moving my tongue. So, yeah, that's it. And then also you can do like bending. So if you move your jaw, especially when you're drawing in, and especially lower down, you can go like. That kind of thing, I think that's more or less all I want to say here with the harmonica. Yeah, so that's it. Easiest instrument in the world. Anyone can do it, and you can just look up, practice just putting on songs that you've looked up, what key it's in. And or if you're not sure, you can't find it, you could put on the song, and then just like say with the piano or the harmonica, once you look up, what the notes are. And just keep hitting that note, and you'll see which one sounds like the home note. It's like the main note. But these, you can look it up pretty easy and find that too. And so yeah, I hope this inspires you. You can buy them like 20 quid, very cheap, and just carry it around with you. And if you're feeling bad, you can turn it into sweet music, which is beautiful. And so it's creating meaning. It's like depression is more like meaninglessness, than just sadness. It's like the color and the point of life kind of disappears, so at least if it's beautiful, it's sad, but you turn into something beautiful, the color is kind of coming back into life, so that's like a lot of my favorite music is like say Bob Dylan. Half of his songs are kind of like sad in theory, but they're beautiful, and it's uplifting. It's not wallowing in it. It's kind of like finding the beauty and the meaning in it. And so it actually is very uplifting. And that's what a lot of the blues was, like African slaves and stuff, or the Irish going through a lot of problems, through history, putting that through music to channel it into something pure, like alchemy, and turning lead into gold or dirt into gold. But then also if you're feeling happy, you can, make yourself even happier, expressing it into happy music. And with that, your foot's in the door, then you can start to get into more other stuff, and gives you the confidence that, yeah, I can make music, and so yeah, cheap little thing, small little thing you can carry around, and bring more music into your daily life, more color into your life, and connect to yourself, your intuition, and to the universe. Connect into what life's all about: the color, the meaning, the feeling. So that's it. Hope you enjoy, and go play some harmonica.